You know, Clay, when you come right down to it, I think I'd like to be known as just Frank.
Why is that, Frank?
Because if you can't find peace within...
Oh, shut up!
Hi, welcome to Deep 13. Would you like to try our smooth, creamy thruster buster?
Where's Dr. Earhart and Dr. Forrester?
I'm Frank. I'm new here. As for Dr. Forrester, he stepped out for a moment. As for Dr. Earhart, he's missing.
Oh.
But as far as you space monkeys are concerned, I'm the new marshal in town. That's right, I'm the god. I'm the god! May I take your order, please? If chauffeurs ruled the world, it's what I'd like to see. 'Cause everyone in the world would take a back seat to me. I wouldn't have to drive, I wouldn't have to steer, 'cause all would bow down before me in total abject fear. All the gorgeous dames would worship at my feet. Why, I could have any one of them I want. Even Meryl Streep. I'd have complete respect of everyone on the planet, including intellectuals, even David Mamet. Tell me, why do I have to take orders from this guy? I'd like to drop him in a bucket of boiling grease and watch him slowly die.
That's enough, Frank.
If chauffeurs rule
enough,
the
Frank.
world,
Frank!
it's what I'd like to see. 'Cause
That's enough.
everyone in the world would take a back seat to me, Mammy!
Frank.
Hey, what is it? That Goomba just ate that little Mario guy. That's not fair. I was getting all attached.
Well, you can
to him
return
and
to this
everything.
world, hold down A and
what
push
did-
start.
What does it matter? He's dead. Dead, I tell you. Dead.
It's just a game, Frank. Push the button. Well, I think I'm going to have to adjust your air mixture again, Pirate Dog. Looks like it's getting a little thin up there. Push the button, Frank.
Hardberg, me thought so cold, so vast, with mortal damp set overcast, exalting still thy tankish breath, adrift dissolving, bound for death. Isn't that right, Blind Jim?
Oh, great, you've got Frank locked up. He's quoting Melville. Go away.
Or still the slimy slug that sprawls along.
Oh, shut up, Frank.
Come in, Joel, my little space guy, my little man who's trapped up there, my little person who we control in a funny kind of way.
Why don't you hit the sack, Frank? I'll take over from here, okay?
Thanks, Dad.
Well, Joel, we're going to swing right into this week's invention exchange. Frank?
You know, when you've been hospitalized as frequently as I have, the same old hospital food gets to be a real drag, particularly the flavorless swill that they pump intravenously into your arms as you drift in and out of consciousness.
That's why I've invented these new tasty boil-in-the-bag intravenous dinners.
Who says a coma can't be delicious?
That's right, no more glycopyrrolate, administered drably at 0.8 milligrams per liter of Ringer's lactate. This is hearty Irish stew with cubed lamb. And this is a delightful Poulon Vin Rouge that we have here.
Is that thyme I'm tasting?
60 parts per million, Frank. Here's cauliflower, and would you like to see our dessert cart?
Should I?
Well, we have Palmyra figs in a port sauce that's very tasty, or almond cake with apricot coulis. It's really decadent.
Okay, you talked me into it, but please, small portions.
Let's put that on still story. This one
nice.
reads, Dear Joe and Bots.
Bots, that's us! Woo! Oh, we're the Bots! Woo! We're the Bots! Thank you.
I just love you little guys. I like that way. Tom Serbo sings, my favorite robot is Crow, but Joe is funny too. And it's signed TVs Frank?
Go!
Yes! Yes!
What a little kiss up. Push the button, TVs Frank.
Oh, Little John, have you seen my arrow?
I'm a scientist. I don't think, I observe.
See me, feel me, touch me.
Oh, great. You've triggered a freak out in Frank. Anyway, rock climbing was a cool groove compared to...
Sandstorm. Sandstorm.
That's right, Joel. What Wishbone Ash here is trying to tell you is that our invention exchange this week...
Deep hurting.
...is so beautiful, so insidious, so... That's right, that it's actually woven into the tapestry of today's experiment.
Hercules against the Moon Man.
And it all culminates in...
Deep hurting.
But we don't want to give too much away. You run along, Joel. Push the button, Frank.
I am the button. So anyway, reading Jean-Paul Sartre opened up a whole new world for me. Suddenly being a shift supervisor at Arby's wasn't enough anymore. I had to say to myself, I have to do what's right for Frank. I have to do what's going to make Frank feel good in this cold, heartless, modern world.
Frank, when I get out of this, I'm going to kill you.
The existence of vague threats that no one can do anything about.
It's not a vague threat, Frank. I'm going to kill you.
And Mr. Dr. Clayton Forrester will switch trains at the train yard, and there will be a horrible accident for which Dr. Forrester will be blamed, posthumously, of course. And then the robots and I will become really good friends, and we'll be roommates with triple bunk beds, and we will stay up all night talking about really cool stuff, and they'll think I'm really neat. And then I'll invite them over to my house, and we'll camp out and poopy. Okay, thanks a lot. Sorry about the tip. I left the money in my other pocket. Oh, hi, Joel. How you doing? We'll be with you in 1 second. Clayton, here, boy. Come here, Clayton. Here, boy. Here, Clayton.
Give me one good reason why I shouldn't kill you, Frank.
The stuff is here. Yes, now you can turn any friend into that lovable buffoon who was a lisping man-child long before it became fashionable.
I think it would go something like this.
Oh,
Elegant, isn't it?
No, I'll harm you.
Well, Joel, it's time for me to send you your own stink bomb. Yeah, this film makes the unearthly look like Citizen Kane.
I'll give you such a pinch. Oh, it's called the Castle of Fu Manchu.
Take a tall drink of gray water, Joel. It'll help you get in the mood. Send him the film.
Oh, what if I don't want? What if I don't want? Ow! Oh, I'll harm you. It actually puts you inside the total comedy club environment with the laughter, the clinking glasses, the waitresses, the overpriced drinks. It's something I like to call virtual comedy, and I think it just might go a little something like this. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. You guys are a great crowd. Oh, thanks for coming out tonight. Well,
What can I tell you about myself? Well, I'm single. Big surprise there, huh? Oh, thanks. You guys are great. Give yourselves a round of applause for coming out and supporting live comedy. Yeah.
All this adulation can't be too good for Frank. Let's see how he deals with a couple of drunken hecklers.
Oh, what else? Oh, well, I went to visit my mother. That's always a good thing to do. On the way there, I got pulled over by some cops. God, I hate the... Huh?
You're not funny.
Well, you're... pretty ugly is what you are. Huh? Well, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to imply that...
It's almost too easy. Your turn, Joel.
I tell you what, I'm going to bring out your headliner right now.
Joel, the human body. Unattractive? Sure. Even worse, it's inefficient. Especially Frank's human body.
I'm late for my ice dancing lesson.
That's why I've drained Frank's blood.
You what? You can't do that!
Don't worry, I replaced it with propylene glycol, radiator fluid. I even surgically implanted a radiator so Frank won't overheat in the summer and won't freeze up in the winter. And you act like I'm the jerk.
I'm so cold.
Granted, Frank's new system does need to be flushed nightly, but once you get the hang of it, it's not quite as tricky as it seems and can even be done on an outpatient basis.
Right. My invention exchange this week, these fully lined leather sprinkler pants that I like to call Lederhosen. Now I can schottisch while watering my plants. In my Lederhosen. La 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 la. I just wanted to wear lederhosen, okay? It's a stupid invention, I admit it. I just wanted to be Bavarian for one brief shining moment. Is that so wrong?
Oh, Frank, yes, it is wrong, deeply wrong. But you've been under a lot of stress lately. Tell you what, we'll get you an Alpenhorn. Would that make you feel better?
Yes! Mike, not that I care about impressing you or anything, but check out my invention exchange. Ta-da! It's the atomic-powered hair dryer. How you doing down there, Dr. F?
Oh, I'm fine, Frank. I'm just trying to settle on a look.
That's great. Be with you in a minute.
All right.
Okay, Nelson, see if you can follow me on this one. Atomic power, efficient, dirt cheap, relatively few meltdowns. Modern hair dryers, inefficient, expensive to run, and, okay, I admit, relatively few meltdowns. But my atomic-powered hair dryer works in a fraction of the time.
Frank, what look do you think is better, the Nels Bohr or the Richard Feynman?
Oh, I'd go with the Bohr. The Feynman would make your face look too chubby.
Okay, I'll take your recommendation.
Okay, great. Just gonna put these goggles on here. How you doing? You comfortable?
Oh, I'm fine. Frank, is this safe?
Oh, of course it's safe. What could possibly go wrong? You comfortable in there?
Yes. Get on with it.
Okay. Hold, please. We have zero quaff. Okay. Let's see how you're doing. Get you all combed out here. See how you look. I'm sure everything will be... Ah! Demon! Demon! Stay away from me! Ah!
Frank, what is it?
Oh, nothing at all. Just thought you were Baphomet there for a minute. Hair looks great, though. Great.
Thank you.
Back up to you, Mac. Say, don't you just hate it when you're suffering from some horrible ailment and the only thing that can cure you is an organ transplant? I hate that. And what's worse, you go to the hospital, you have to wait days, weeks, months, sometimes even years to get that organ. That bugs the heck out of me.
That's why we've come up with the Vendigut, the first vending machine that dispenses real human organs. Now, getting a donor organ will be as simple as buying a Snickers bar. Now, for the sake of this demonstration, I took the liberty of removing Frank's liver. And
You did?
Well, don't worry. I also took the precaution of inserting your life savings into the Vendigut. Now, all you have to do is press B2, and voila, a brand new liver.
Let's see. B2.
Yes.
damn these things. Hey, this is great! Now all I have to do is insert this liver into my body. How do I do that?
Well, the process that the good doctor here referred to is a little thing that we like to call hypnoheliostatic stasis.
So tell me, doctor, how does hypnoheliostatic stasis work?
Well, hypnoheliostatic stasis contains X4, an extremely rare, extremely scientific form of subliminal pooping. It can take a film like, Fire Maidens of Outer Space. Slow it down, remove all of the action.
Well, how does hypnoheliostatic stasis differ from, say, deep hurting?
Aha! See for yourself.
Maybe you should tell Mike in the box about...
maybe you should tell Mike in the box about how you say this week's experiment.
I'd be glad to.
That's right, I'm Doughy Man. I control the world's supply of dairy products. Steak is my ally. Butter does my bidding. Sour cream bows down before me in total abject terror. Onion rings quake at my very breath. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening. Tonight, it is my pleasure to host Deep 13's annual Celebrity Roast. This year, our guest of honor is none other than Dr. Clayton Forrester. Dr. Clayton Forrester, ladies and gentlemen. You know, I'd like to say that tonight we're honoring one of the world's most brilliant scientists. I'd like to say that, but unfortunately we're stuck with Dr. Forrester. Seriously, though, I'm treated well down here. My paycheck has lots of zeros. Nothing but zeros, as a matter of fact, but still. No, really, I kid the good doctor, but I think deep down underneath it all, he's a real jerk. There are a lot of reasons you could give for why Dr. Forrester is the way he is. Personally, I think it's because he's ugly and stupid. No, seriously, doctor, in all sincerity, what I really came here tonight to say was, I hate your guts, and I hope you die a slow, painful death, secure in the knowledge that nobody loves you.
Say, you know, I kind of like this movie. I'm intrigued by the whole interrogation idea. So sit down. I want to ask you a few questions. If you are who you say you are, then I want to know what you did and what happened. Don't worry. Got all the time in the world.
I did it!
Did what, Frank?
Everything! I shot JR! I killed that fat barkeep! I ate all the fruit and gosh! And you know what? I'm glad I did it! Glad, I tell you! Glad! Mommy? Mommy, I'm your best boy, aren't I? Where's my little puppy? My little puppy. Here, Cinnamon. Cinnamon, here. Here, boy.
I was alone, I had lost my way, until one wonderful, wonderful day, when I met a friend made up of purr and fuzz, a friendly little friend whose friendly name was Nummy Muffin, Kugel Butter, scrappy little pal like no other. His name is kinda long, so you could just call him Muffin. Whatever you call him, I sure as heck love him. I love him even more than my father or mother. Nummy Muffin, Kugel Butter. Then one day, unexpectedly, Nummy Muffin Kugel Butter was taken from me. The loss of that pet has left a really big void.
My subsequent behavior would even startle Freud. When it comes to pets, there'll never be another like Nummy Muffin, Kugel Butter, Nummy Muffin, Kugel Butter, Nummy Muffin, Kugel Butter. Come back, Nummy Muffin, Kugel Butter. I love you.
Tisk, tisk, Nelson. That's not how the game is played. You forgot it is I who make the rules. You know, Nelson, you and I are quite alike, really.
Oh, Frank, would you put Dr. Forrester on, please?
Dr. Forrester? Oh, he can't come to the phone right now. He's a little tied up at the moment. Now, behave, Doctor. I must say, Forrester, you really are quite a piece of work.
Frank, if you don't cut it out, I'm gonna kill you.
No, Dr. Forrester, it is you who are going to kill me. You're stuck here.
Frank, you're gonna blow up Deep 13, aren't you? Could I use the phone for just a sec?
Dr. Forrester, I must say you are a worthy adversary. Here, take the phone. Have a nice chat. Then you will die.
Oh, thank you. Frank, I think it's awful how you've become this phony, flashy Hollywood wheeler dealer. Personally, I'll have no part of it.
Mike, I've been wanting to talk to you. I've got you booked to tour and anything goes at 10 grand a pop.
In olden days, a glimpse of stocking was thought of as something shocking. Now heaven knows.
It's a done deal, a no-brainer. Look, at the end of the day,
Frank,
we're all gonna... What?
Frank, what are you doing?
Clay, get me some Pellegrino, will you? I've got Coleman Francis on the line. Oh, that's my 4 o'clock. Oh, boy. My hottest new client has arrived. Torgy, baby, how you doing? Great to be working with you.
The master will be pleased if I get pay and play and back end participation.
All right. Clay, my Pellegrino. Torgy, it's great to be working with you. You know, this is essentially a business about relationships.
Oh, Mike, I can't find Frank anywhere. He never stays out this late. What with his fear of halogen, I've checked everywhere. The DQ, the sewage treatment plant, all his usual hangouts, nothing. I'm just terribly afraid that he's gone and he's never coming back. And if I cared one iota, it would be devastating. If I cared.
Boy, the boss is always the last to know, huh? Well, you see, sir, our time here on Earth is but a passing
He
thing.
was assumed by the angel Torgo in a glorious coronation.
Well, it was kind of a cosmic Torgo. You see, his mission as a second banana was, and you were kind of mean, so they,
Well, there was a fortune cookie which foretold something about something, and then, well, Gabby Hayes is heavily involved.
Anyway, he's not coming back.
Sorry.
Wait, I can't imagine. I shan't, because it isn't true. But it is. Oh, this sucks. Who will be my guinea pig for my gene splicing? My fingernail transplants? My fajita? Who will I blame my mistakes on? Who will I kill? I've destroyed, and I've maimed, and I've kicked him. Now I'm a bully with no victim, no adrenaline thrill, no screams that are shrill. Who will I kill? I've crushed his head a few times, memories like nursery rhymes. No one died like my TVs Frank. No sweet blood to distill, no cute tummy to drill. Who will I kill? When I look upon the first evening star, I remember when I hooked his liver to the engine of my car. I could tickle my Aunt Lil, give my dog a cyanide pill. But what Frank-shaped void could they possibly fill? Here's my money. You can bank it. I'm no good without my Frank. It seems he could die without batting an eye. Now it seems I must take my own bitter pill. Tell me who will I kill? Goodbye, Frank. And remember, wherever you are, I will kill you.
TVs Frank, this one's for you.
It's going out to our very special friend. Frank, the sun never shone upon our love before, until there was Frank.
You, from me to you, sweet floppy Frank. We've had a lifetime of
An
friends.
endless Frank will always flow for all we know.
For all we know. Frank, from the first day I knew your name, I never knew love was the same.
Never knew love was the same.
Open to find sweet Frank on the line, nothing but sweet love and Frank.
'Cause it's
Knowing that
Frank.
love could be frank, if only the sun and the moon would collide to be frank. Let me be frank about Frank.
Let me be frank about Frank.
Let me be frank about Frank.
'Cause Frank is the best Frank that's ever happened to me.
Please don't go.
Goodbye, Frank. You were enjoyed.
Frank, could I ask you one thing before you go?
Sure.
Could you push the button, Frank?
Watch me rock.